Yeah, well, it was a good old-fashioned lesson, wasn't it? It's the reason why they're the best defensive team. They're long and they shut us down. We missed some easy shots, but they shut us down really early, and our defence was pretty poor. We pride ourselves defence first, and to give up those early points, 44 in the first quarter, was not what we wanted to do, and it's a really, really good lesson to learn.
You talked at length to the team about that first quarter and about taking that hit. Did you feel like the situation and the atmosphere got the better of them?
I think it all contributed, but the biggest thing for me was not having the defensive mindset first up. I think we were trying to get energy because of our shots. Shots were dropping, or might have been a different game, but our shots weren't dropping and we weren't bringing energy on the defensive end. And that may be sometimes we take Damo for granted because he brings the energy and we follow him. So it's a good lesson for us. I thought the second half was really good. We were competitive, we were working, and we held them to a reasonable score in the second half, but certainly got away from us early.
There was one point in the third quarter where you had 4 consecutive stops. What were you guys doing there that you weren't doing earlier?
Yeah, we're active. We're hunting off the ball, and that's where we get our energy from. And we was the same thing. We come down and miss a layup, and they drop a 3. But we got to be better than that, and it was disappointing how we played. I don't think anybody walked off the court and was satisfied with that. So it's a great lesson to learn. It's one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, and how they play offensively. They're patient, their spacing was spot on, they're well disciplined, and we can take a lot of positives away. It's just tough to swallow at the moment.
You review this game strongly, do you, in terms of all that sort of elements you can get out of it?
Yeah, well, you're playing the best competition, best players in the world, and their structure is great. They were patient, they were methodical how they attacked us, and we were a little less impatient and running around the shop. So there'll be some great learning lessons along the way for us, and know where we want to achieve as a basketball team as well. So that's a big on the list.
To be on a stage like and lose with that sort of margin, does it dent a reputation or anything like that? Do you worry about what people would think of you having not seen the club play before?
Yeah, well, of course you don't want to go out and get beaten by 60 at all, but I thought sometimes we had some great looks, the shots, and the shots just weren't dropping for us, and they seemed to be dropping everything. I think they were shooting 71% from the 3 at one stage. So it's disappointing, but it's also, put it in realistic terms, that they're the best in the world. And they got their A game. You're playing against the playoff team, the best defensive team in the NBA, and we got a lesson.
There was some blokes in red that looked pretty comfortable out there. Were you impressed by Mitch Norton, Clint Steindl, Reece Vague?
Yeah, Clint had a great game. He was really aggressive and stretched the floor. And Mitch is getting there for us. He's been thrown to the deep end, I suppose, with the Boomers missing for a couple of weeks and trying to get all the plays. And we're trying to get him to play a little bit more instinctive, because when he plays instinctive, he's really good. And Nick works, he's just a hard worker. He's fantastic. He's a great teammate. I think he's got a couple of stitches under that eye and then got another cut at the head, and he's always in there, and he just brushes it off. There's nothing wrong. So he's a great competitor, and we just got to make sure next time that we're playing the right way.
What did Quinn tell you post-game?
Look, he's been good for us, Quinn. We just had a little talk, enjoyed it, and hopefully it helps them along the way. I don't know if that competitive to help them a lot, but we're hoping to give them a bit of a better game. But yeah, look, he's a class coach, class organisation, and very, very good coach with what he's running offensively. He was coming down the floor and nearly running something different every time, and he's no wonder he's got the reputation that he has.
He said in the press conference just then that the team got a lot out of that because you guys are a well-coached team and you're disciplined with what you do at the defensive end. Do you take some solace from that sort of remark? Yeah,
it's nice to get that compliment. We don't feel like that at the moment. We let a lot of the points go up on the floor, so we'll take the hit. Hopefully it'll improve us and build us into a better team, and hopefully we can help Salt Lake along the way. But it's a class organisation, and very honoured to have the opportunity to play them.
Did you get the game ball?
I did get the game ball, yes. It was very fortunate. I asked and they welcomed, and the referees held me on for that, so thank you.
Any chance of getting Damo for the next one?
Yeah, look, we'll train him on Monday, and then we fly Tuesday, and look, if he can get through 2 sessions, he'll play. If he doesn't get through, he won't play. It's pretty easy as that. And you know, it's a good experience for the other guys to realise that Damo's not going to be there all the time, to bring that energy and the leadership and the hustle and the intensity that he brings. He plays at a different level than these guys or our team is used to. So hopefully he can play against Denver.
Just the importance, like, they haven't really played, you haven't got your team on the court once all pre-season. And you're not going to, because obviously you're not going to have Angus, but you just need to get that group out there and experience some synergy and chemistry that you always talk about.
Yeah, without a question. That's just to get some rhythm with Bryce and Tarico playing together, and then you got Mitch and Nick and you know, and Tommy. So it's 5 new guys coming in and playing. It takes a while to gel, and they put us under a lot of pressure tonight, and we didn't respond well with that with our execution. And you know, more times that we play, we're going to get better.
Did that play into the start as well? Like, obviously 4 of the 5 hadn't played together. Did you look back and think maybe that had an impact in how you started? Yeah,
look, we're probably going to start majority of the time with that group, so it's better to go into the deep end with it. Yeah, it was tough at the. I don't want to make any excuses. We got a good lesson out there learned from a very, very good team, and we'll take the hit. We don't want to take it, but we take the hit and hopefully improves this next game.